Okay, good morning everyone. Up next on the docket, 1467 in the case of Monroe students versus magnet teachers. This is a bench trial, so it is up to me to make the verdict. Before we proceed, in order to help me, may I please have both parties rise and introduce themselves.
Good morning, Your Honor. My name is Ann Bonner, counsel for the prosecution.
Good morning, Your Honor. Casey Hernandez, representing the people.
Good morning, Your Honor. Amy Quintanilla for the people.
Thank you. Now may the defense please introduce themselves.
Good morning, Your Honor. My name is Elizabeth Lopez, representing the Monroe Magnet teachers.
Good morning. I am Maggie Boyle, and today I represent the teachers.
Good morning, Your Honor. Daisy Perales, counsel for the defense.
Thank you, counsel. You may call your first teacher.
The prosecution calls PE/health teacher Michael Chartier.
Bailiff, please bring in the accused. Bailiff!
Oh, sorry. I don't understand why they gotta treat me so rude here. I mean, give me a break. I work 2 jobs. I'm a school police officer by day, bailiff by night. I'm just trying to make some extra cash. One of these days, they're gonna get it. Please state your name, spelling your last.
Michael Chartier, Chartier.
Michael Chartier, you have been charged with violating one's protection from cruel and unusual punishments, in which the students have complained about being pushed too hard during PE hours. How do you plead?
Not guilty.
Mr. Chartier, could you please describe some of the duties and responsibilities you have as a PE teacher?
Plain and simple, to keep the kids fit, I teach them the food pyramid and I make them run laps in order for them not to be fat like every other kid in America.
Have you ever been a bit too tough on your kids?
False. I've never been too tough. When Kim Jong-un invades, I want to have the meanest fighting soldiers to be on this planet because USA is the best country in the world. Thank God, and God bless America. Amen. Well, you call that tough? Try teaching the biggest recession anyone's ever experienced. Our founding fathers did not die for this. I mean, people want to call me tough. I grew up in Michigan. We believe in 3 things: football, the Constitution, and the Bible. What about our economy? Thanks, Obama. Try surviving those conditions. That's tough. You know, I really don't appreciate what you're doing here.
The people may call the next witness.
The people calls Alma Villegas to the stand.
Please state your name, spelling your last.
Alma Villegas, Villegas.
Miss Villegas, you have also been charged with cruel and unusual punishment. It says here that you were forcing kids to learn the entire pi number and you weren't going to pass them for the semester? Proceed, counsel.
Miss Villegas, how do you respond to the accusations being made towards you today?
Oh, not guilty. I mean, I did it, but I don't want to go to jail. I have so much to live for. I have 2 kids, Christian and AJ, and I work a full-time job. Please don't do this to me. Padre nuestro, por favor.
Miss Villegas, please get a grip.
I'm sorry, Mr. Judge. I don't want to go to jail. If I go to jail, who will look after my kids? Yeah, it's all about the acting. Everyone here thinks I'm quiet and reserved, but really, what they don't know is when everybody's locked up in the slammer, I'll be home chilling with the kids. Is my husband gonna see this?
All right. I've reached a verdict. Miss Villegas, you are not found guilty.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Judge. You have no idea what you've done for me. Thank you.
You may step down now.
Peace out, suckers.
Prosecution, your next witness, please.
The people call Martin Malarkey to the stand.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I am God.
Mr. Malarkey, is it true that you've been forcing kids to recite the poem The Goblin Market by Christina Rossetti?
Yes, what about it?
Are you aware that that poem is over 500 lines long?
Yes, what's your point?
I rest my case.
What in the world is going on here? Give me some leverage here. These kids wouldn't know English if I hit them upside the head with a book. Not literally. Look, I've been through hell and back. These kids have to read 1 book, and it's like the end of the world for them. Back when I was in school, the nuns used to take out rulers out on us.
Order.
It's in times like these when I ask myself, what would Raskolnikov do?
All right, I've reached a verdict. Martin Malarkey, I have found you guilty.
You won't get away with this. I'm Martin Malarkey, God himself. You will rue this day. Boom!
Are there any more defendants, counsel?
The people call Police Academy teacher Mr. Johnson. Mr. Johnson? Wait, who is this guy?
I've never heard of him in my life.
Can we bring up Mr. Johnson, please? Guilty!
Excuse me?
Guilty! Bailiff, please escort him out.
What's the big idea here? Don't I get a hearing? Hello? Is there somebody to speak up for me?
He doesn't even work here.
Joel, you work with me. Come on, tell the judge. We work together. We both go to the police academy. Come on, it's me.
You ever seen this guy before?
Never seen him before.
Take him out.
I've worked here for 20 years.
Are there any more defendants?
The people call math teacher Juan Torres to the stand.
It's John.
Mr. Torres, you are facing some pretty serious jail time here. I have several orders from the College Board Office of Testing Integrity. It says here that you are forcing students to speak about the content that was included in the AP Calculus exam. Are you aware of the laws prohibiting students from discussing the test content after completing an AP exam?
Well, not exactly. I mean, who follows those AP guidelines anyway? I mean, I don't recall ever going over the exam with any of my students ever.
Alright, who was it? Who snitched? You? Huh? It was you, wasn't it?
No, I'm just a cameraman.
You know, get over here!
It also says here, in your fact pattern, that you were recently released from rehab. It says you were facing a 3-month program for your Mountain Dew addiction.
Hey, that's not true. It was 2 months. And what's with all the false evidence here? I'm just a math teacher. Alright, call my kids in to testify for me. I'm innocent. But if you're gonna call my kids, call Christian. Not that I have any favorites or anything. Call my wife even!
He really said that? Wow, I guess my powers are stronger than I thought. How do we start dating? Oh no, you just want me to tell you that weird math joke he tried to hit on me with. Well, if you must. We were taking some teaching sessions and then he started talking about math. He was all like, is your sine pi over 2? Because you must be the one. Really? You call that a pickup line?
Works every time.
We call Kathy Graber to the stand.
Kathy Graber? Is there a Kathy Graber?
I'm sorry. I got a new puppy named Denver, and she's just so adorable. Would you like to see her?
Miss Graber, if you haven't noticed, we're in the midst of a trial, and you're the defendant.
I can't say I didn't see this coming.
It says here that you harmed public property, that you drove through the school parking lot gate because it was closed and you need to get to mock trial practice. Proceed, counsel.
Ms. Graber, what do you have to say for yourself? You're facing some serious penalties for this.
Look, I mean, the gate was closed, okay? Maybe if the gate would have been open like I suggested, we wouldn't be in this situation now, would we? I mean, after 25 years of teaching, I would expect some respect. I'm the Area 3 chair. I'm in the Chessa Hall of Fame. I mean, do you know who I am? Michael!
She's on her own.
Ms. Graber, you're looking at paying some large fines for your crime. Do you realize the weight of the circumstances?
Fines? 25 years of coaching speech and debate, and you want to talk about fines? Do you know how expensive it is to cover the entry fees for my tournaments? What about my students? If anything, the school should be paying me more money. That reminds me. Hello, my name is Kathy Graver, speech and debate coach, Area 3 District Chair. If you would like to donate to our award-winning team, please go to www.gofundme.com/MonroeSpeech. That's .com, not .gov.
Miss Graber, can we please return to the cause at hand?
I have no further questions, Your Honor.
Kathy Graber, I have no other choice but to find you guilty. Bailiff, please escort her out of the room.
Michael, do something! Call a lawyer, Michael! Feed Zira!
Next teacher?
We would like to call Michael Gamm to the stand.
Please state your name, spelling your last.
My name is Michael Gann, G-A-M.
Michael Gamm, you have been charged with copyright infringement. It says here you were caught selling illegal copies of your band's greatest hits to students during instructional time. What do you have to say for yourself?
That's rock and roll, baby.
Objection, Your Honor. Unresponsive. Move to strike.
Sustained. Move on, counsel.
Mr. Gamm, are you aware it is against school policy to distribute, let alone sell album copies of your band's music to campus? Correct?
That's rock and roll, baby.
All right, Michael, I've reached a verdict. I have found you guilty. Any last words?
That's rock and roll, baby.
Take him away. Defense, call up your next witness.
We call law teacher Steve Dixon to the stand.
Steve Dixon? Mr. Mr. Dixon, what exactly do you think you're doing?
Well, it's approximately 3:01, so I kind of just figured we'd be dismissed.
Mr. Dixon, you've been caught in the same act you've been accused of. Here it says that you've been observed several instances trying to leave the class early. I have several days where you've clocked out at 3 p.m., 3:01, but might I remind you, Mr. Dixon, that all teachers are required to stay until 3:02? Please take the stand.
Mr. Dixon, it seems like you can't tell time. What's your defense?
Well, you guys keep me locked in the classroom all day, teaching a bunch of bad freshmen, and you still expect me to stay all the way until 3:02? I mean, I have a life, you know? I think the real perpetrator here is John Torres.
What a character.
What's the point of these things anyway?
Next, teacher.
The defense calls Lourdes Quevedo to the stand.
Could you state your name, spelling the last for the record?
My name is Lourdes Quevedo, Quevedo.
Ms. Quevedo, is this a joke to you?
No, Your Honor, it's not. I was just bored listening to all these testimonies. I couldn't help but think of chemistry jokes, that's all. What was the joke? It's quite funny, actually. You're going to like it. Did you hear that oxygen went on a date with potassium? It went, oh, okay. Because oxygen symbol is O and potassium.
Geesh, can you believe this lady? If you're gonna laugh, go outside. Because there's actually a list of people that want to get their cases heard. You know, I don't see what's so important here. Ms. Chavez is extremely stressed, and I have to do my makeup. Have to grade everything last minute, and I have to go to my Zumba class after. My kids are taking tests, but I mean, it's about time some of these teachers got the axe. I mean, my class isn't in F Hall, but imagine if it was.
And you are?
Oh, hello, Your Honor. I'm Elizabeth Chavez, and I teach science at Monroe.
Well, Ms. Chavez, it appears as if you're next on the calendar. Would you care to take the stand?
What do you mean? I did nothing wrong.
Ms. Chavez, it says here that you've actually committed arson. You were microwaving some soup and the machine caught fire and your entire classroom burned to the ground?
That's a funny story, actually. One day, I was in my classroom and...
Bailiff! Bailiff, get her!
Hello, my name is Grace Fabian, Magnet Coordinator, and this is the Magnet office. If you come in here, you'll see my office. Here in the Magnet, we like to take pride in our kids. Over the several years I've worked here at James Monroe, this has been my favorite job. I mean, the kids here are just remarkable.
Miss Fabian, you look absolutely gorgeous today.
Oh my god, thank you, Ortiz. You're such a sweetie. Oh my gosh. That's Janice Ortiz. She does that every time. Any of the kids could pass as my children. I feed them, I look after them, I care for them. I mean, what more can I do? I like to think of myself as more as an educator. I mean, I just really love my job.
Excuse me, Grace. I got a noise complaint from another teacher. Apparently, it's the seniors. They're filming a video in the courtroom. You might want to go check it out. What's going on in here?
We're filming a video?
Oh, okay, carry on. Yeah, here at Monroe, we like to pay close attention to our kids. The supervision is at its highest. It's almost like, you know, I'm a counselor, but that doesn't mean my job stops at counseling. I'm also a dad. You know, my daughter's doing super well in school right now. The whole family is doing quite alright right now that I think of it. Thanks for asking. Sometimes I get home late from work, and dinner's cold, so I have to order takeout. But then again, I have to focus on maintaining a fit lifestyle. These guns don't come out from not working out. I mean, come on. What were we talking about again?
Are there any more teachers present?
All right, everybody, take out your notes, write with some blue. Tenemos mucho que hacer hoy. Hey, is anybody still listening?
No. Shut up. Mr. Sachs, we are in the middle of a trial. As a matter of fact, I see your name on this docket. The students have filed a charge against you for assault and battery. With what does it say? Hershey Kisses?
Home, bank shot, got him. Yeah, I'm new to the Magnet this year. You know, I stepped in to teach government when Mr. Graber left. How's it going? I mean, it's going great. I really think the students like me. In case you haven't done Jack in this class, take a candy. You know, I really like it in the Magnet. Currently, my students are just studying for their 2000 question final.
Okay. Oh, are we on? Oh, we are. Okay. Whew, sorry, I'm a little nervous. It's not every day where I get to be in front of a camera. But, excuse me, give me a moment. Thank you. Actually, I've always wanted to do any of these things. I really think I've got that wow factor like you see on, you know, television. Do you see it?
No.
Nah. Actually, I'm not guilty of anything. I'm probably only innocent one. You know, one of my many mantras is just go with the flow, you know? So, are there any more questions?
Looks like there's one teacher left. Is there a Matthew Oliphant here?
Present.
Well, Mr. O, it looks like you're facing many penalties here. There's a charge for...
Well, wait just 1 second. You're trying to prosecute me? What crimes do I even have to be guilty for? You know, I should report you! After more than 20 years of working here, these people still want to put me on trial? You know what? I have tennis practice right now, and this interview is officially over.
I've never been more scared in my life. I mean, did you see the look in his eyes?
Miss Fabian! Miss Fabian! Oh, never mind.